Hey, what's up, guys? This is Adam Bieber here from Thingy Fun, and today I want to talk about the difference between conditional happiness and unconditional happiness. Now, all of us in our lives, we want to be happier. We want to experience peace. We want to experience joy. We want to experience delight and playfulness. And really, these type of feelings put meaning into our lives and give our waking days satisfaction. And so, it's very important to move from a conditional happiness to an unconditional happiness. Now, the benefits of this not only come with success, add to success that you're going to have in your life, because if you take a playful, fun, happy attitude toward whatever you do, you're going to have the perseverance to continue, and you're also going to have the creativity to build something successful that can help people. But also, your daily lives are literally just going to be awesome. Like, life is going to be awesome. It's not going to be about your career, but it's more about your freedom and your overall happiness and the satisfaction you have being on the earth, which I consider a paradise because it's a pretty beautiful place. And so a conditional happiness is really like the happiness that most people are consistently a part of because they're normal. Now they go to the gym and they work out and afterwards their body feels good so they're happy. Or they go out to dinner with a loved one, or they have a good relationship, or they meet somebody new and they become happy because of that. Now this is conditional happiness. External circumstances dictate that you're going to be happy. You're perceiving an event as positive, and so you feel a happy emotion. Now, because happiness is internal emotion, it means you can conjure happiness whenever you want. But the major sticking point, the major problem with doing this is that because happiness becomes external from external circumstances, um, and I'm gonna go more into detail of that. But because it's external, that means that everything external circumstances can change your emotions. So let's just say you're happy, you're driving along in the car, and you're perfectly contented and you're perfectly happy, um, and then somebody cuts you off. Well, immediately that external circumstance, you conceive that as a threat, and so you become angry. Or let's just say something doesn't go well for you in your relationship or your business. You get fired maybe. Well, that external circumstance is like is after a preconceived notion that, oh my God, like I'm being threatened, or oh my God, like this is bad that's happening to me. You become sad. So what you're starting with is you're starting this default of happiness, this just being alive, happy, and contentment. But external circumstances are coming in and you're judging those circumstances, and other emotions are getting in the way of your happiness. Other emotions are interfering. So so happiness becomes conditional. You do one thing and you become happy. You do another thing and you become angry. You do another thing and you become sad based on external circumstances. Now, what we want to do, a lot of people are saying, happiness is internal and we're going to, work to make happiness as much as possible. And this is true that happiness is internal because where else could it come from? But what I'm saying is you want to eliminate what takes away from unconditional happiness. So let's just say you get cut off and you become angry. Well, instead of constantly working to be happy all the time so it becomes more a habit, what you do is you do that, you become as happy as possible, you follow that route, but you also eliminate what gets in the way of your happiness. So you're cut off and you're angry, and all of a sudden you feel angry. So you want to get back to happiness as quick as possible, and so you do this by being harmless. And being harmless is not harming yourself or others emotionally. So anger is harming yourself, and also if you're around people, the psychic vibes of anger is also hurting other people. Sorry. So you want to be harmless. So when the person cuts you off and you get angry, you have the angry emotion inside your body that you have to get rid of. Well, how do you get rid of it? You get rid of it by neither expressing or repressing it. Letting the emotion just sit there and investigating why it's there. See, when you express it, it expands. But also, if you didn't know, when you repress it, the emotion expands as well because the emotion's being used. But if you neither express or repress it and you let it sit there, the emotion will just chill there, and your body and your brain has no use for it, and so it'll eventually disappear. Now, what you also want to do is investigate why you're angry and also why it's silly that you're angry. So the guy cuts you off, so you say, and you get angry, so you investigate it. You, in your head, why is this preconceived action making you angry? Well, the guy cut me off. You're not supposed to do that. It's socially inappropriate. I believe that it's inappropriate to do that. I believe that he's threatening me and that I feel like he's threatening me, and so that's why I'm angry. Now the problem has just been solved. The issue has just been solved. The action signal for your anger has just been solved. And so it's not being used. It can go away. And what happens? Happiness comes back. So happiness comes back. So now I don't want to go into it too far, but I just want to say you do that with every emotion. When you're sad, you investigate why you're sad. Your preconceived notions about why you're sad in that moment, your beliefs about why you're sad, and why it's silly that you're actually sad. Like, let's just say somebody breaks up with you and like you're sad about it. Then it's silly to be sad because it's like, what is sad accomplishing? Number one, it's not accomplishing. Being sad and having suffering and pain actually isn't accomplishing anything. It's not helping you, it's only hurting you. Also, you can also think of things like the fact that, it was not meant to be, or the person wasn't that great anyway, or stuff like that. But also, just sadness is just pointless to have. You can be happy and still be like, why the hell did this guy break up with me? But you can be happy at the same time doing it, and you can enjoy yourself more. So you want to get rid of the emotions that are in the way of happiness while simultaneously expressing happiness as much as possible, because you want that to be the dominant emotion, the dominant joy, the dominant delight. And so you get rid of those emotions by investigating what triggered those emotions and why it's silly to that it gets rid of that it, why it's silly to be there and get rid of happiness, as well as neither expressing or repressing the emotion, so you're not using it, and when you figure out why it's there, it can dissipate, it can clear up, and you become as happy as possible. So now that changes you from a conditional happiness to an unconditional happiness, because you are eliminating the other emotions that are conditional. You are eliminating the emotions that cause havoc, that interfere with a calm, delighted presence, pretty much. And so that's what the basis what I'm talking about today. I'm not going to go into a million more topics, but I wanted to just say that that's how you change from a conditional happiness to an unconditional happiness, which will improve your life tremendously. You by being happy and harmless. So what I'm also going to talk about is just for a minute, because I want to point you to a video, is a way to earn passive income, a way to leave the 9 to 5 lifestyle, a way to work on the computer a couple hours a day. Sorry about that. I apologize. Leave a couple hours a day, work a couple hours a day or a couple hours a week, and create income for yourself that can make you very financially abundant, very financially independent. And if that is something that you're interested in, I want you to go to the video below, put in your email address, and watch the video. This is the video that took me from 2 failed businesses to finally having a successful business online, to being able to create a career online for myself that is really taking me out of the matrix and into the world of freedom and financial abundance. I found what I like to do and want to do, and I really think this video can help you achieve your financial abundance dreams. Bye.